And yo, if you appreciate what I'm doing over here on this channel, feel free to hit that Cash App up with that donation, you heard? That PayPal is heavily in effect too. You're that Venmo is Gen Pop Laz. If there's a way to get that cash, I got it, you heard? Hey yo, go on Amazon and cop this book you heard from my bro Crime that I was up north with. You heard Gangsta War Stories Volume 2. If you ain't got this, you heavily lacking. Brooklyn, we in the building like a broom closet, you heard? Z-Man, Suicide Polo with the Ski Man. Gen Pop Gang was poppin'.
So at that time, Montuloa was the house for all of the worst
That
niggas in
shit
the
was
building?
worse. Fort Maine was a house of pain. I don't know what the fuck to call Montuloa. Montuloa was just death. Niggas, they slapped the locker on the nigga head and he died down there. That's why niggas was scared to go down there. He had so much respect in that bitch. Listen to this. His little brother Mel came through. Niggas robbed his brother, right? They went and got Fat Mike. They brought him out of the box and shackled up to Mod 2. And that nigga said if niggas don't get the niggas that his brother's shit back and the niggas that took the shit, he tearing everybody a new ass. This was my first. The police brought him in shackles to the house. I never seen that. Nobody else, bro. That's how many niggas that nigga cut. And if you tell that story, every nigga on the island ain't that is gonna know that's some crazy shit because nobody never seen that. I didn't see Shy Wells. None of them niggas with that type of pull. I seen Fat Mike do that shit. And he was a regular type nigga. He turned into that in there. He's probably a regular dude out here right now, just with a history of getting busy. Whoa, that nigga deserve his flowers, he really do. But man, that nigga brother got his shit. That's the fastest telepath teller nigga that I ever seen in my life. That shit, his boy got his shit. And them niggas got their shit twisted. You know, he wasn't trying to let nobody hurt him, and he became a legendary nigga. I think his status was above. I ain't even see Shy Wells or none of them niggas have them take them out the box. They was a different kind of strong, even stronger than Mike. But Mike with that pistol shit with them razors, that nigga was ridiculous. So he's worthy of his shit. Trump Plaza was some entertainment shit that niggas used to do. That niggas used to do before we go to bed when the lights go off. So that was like primetime TV for us because that Trump Plaza just consisted of niggas randomly matching niggas up like fantasy football. Or basketball, they'd take fucking, what's his name? What's the nigga name? Kobe Bryant, and they'd put him against the players that you wouldn't normally see, like LeBron James. So what I mean by that is they'd tell a short nigga like me, they might match me up with the biggest nigga in the house, and you had to do it. And the reason why I knew you had to do it because I never seen nobody turn out well that turned down a fight under any circumstance. I don't care if they told you to go in there with a werewolf, you had to go in there. You had to figure out how to come out of there halfway alive. It was in your best interest, or you couldn't get nothing. If you went to put a cookie in your mouth, somebody might take it. That's how disrespectful that shit was. But, you know, niggas will fight every night. I seen some classical shit and nobody was above it. You could have called Shy Wells out and Shy Wells would have had to spank. He would have gladly spanked the nigga though. But I seen a lot of, now the nigga Gotti, to finish his shit off, because I keep forgetting about that shit.
Yeah, you said he was looking strong for a minute.
Yeah, he was. He told the nigga he went to, Gotti was at his bed. You know, he had a little strong little nigga disposition, like don't fuck with me, I don't play type vibe, right? You know, I believed half of the shit, but but I could smell that he was just as new as I was, because we both was the same age, so he probably was 16 too or some shit. So Shy Wells just went to that nigga bed because he had the nerve to back out the Bo Jacksons when they was brand new with the orange check. So Shy Wells went to him and told the nigga, yo, look, you can either hand them shits over, or you could fight me for them, or you could go get a gun and we could go gun to gun. Whatever you want to do, the choice is yours, or you could just hand what you want to do. The nigga got it jumped up. I'm like, nigga, you ain't taking my shit. They go to the back. Shorty had a pissy mattress type of fighting style. You know what I mean by that? You know them niggas that look like they done been in the junkyard, they rough, they look like they know their way around, like they could pluck. You know what I mean? So I'm looking like, damn, Shorty kind of strong. You know, one of them niggas that you see shoulder bones out the tank top ass nigga. Right? So the little nigga, him and Shy Wells, he was going, he did some strong shit, but it didn't last long because Shy Wells just flushed his toilet. By every shot that Shy Wells, even if it was an uppercut, it was clean, straight. You know, it wasn't a half a hit, 3 knuckles. He was giving them complete fists with every shot, like bing, boom, bang. Then the 3 OKs came out. Okay. I noticed that was a pattern when he was fighting niggas. They get the 3 OKs. They say okay. They let him know that they don't want none 3 times. My man did that. My man okay them. So I know that nigga was strong because I never seen a nigga hit a nigga, and unless he was a kid. You know how your moms hit you with the belt one good time? Well, pow! That's the first thing you say is okay. You let her know you got a complete understanding. So Shy Wells.
Was Shorty connected? I mean, was the kid...
Did he get his shit off?
Yeah.
He might have 3-knuckled him a couple of times. He didn't get no flush shots. His shits had to be 2 knuckles or 3 scrapes. Like, Shy Wells plucked him well. The sounds, you know how the sounds, you know how certain sounds let you know when a nigga flushing the nigga toilet, meaning them shots is getting flushed clean through. Them shits sound like mop. You know that mop sound? That mop sound is bone and flesh. So all of his shits was mops. So I knew he was fucked up. So the nigga okayed him, and Shy Wells took his sneakers and walked off. I'm in there crying behind this shit. It's so real. But Shy Wells patted him up. Like them big niggas patted me up when I whipped them niggas' ass in 4 Main, and they whipped my ass in 4 Main, right? The glorious ass whipping, right? So the nigga Shy Wells was like, yeah, Shorty, I see you tough. I still respect you. He was coaching him into comfortability after taking his shit because he didn't want to scar Shorty's spirit. Some was a savage, but he must have been a savage that kind of understood that he was robbing a puppy, a tough puppy, because that's the only one I seen him pat back the confidence. He didn't let him lose his confidence. He was like, yo, you did your thing. He said, you caught me a little something. He was like, practice, get your shit right. So the Gotti instantly went back to feeling a little bit proud again because he seen he respected a couple of shits about, and I respected it too, because I don't know if I would have went back there with Shy Wells if he would have called me out. It would have been something, but it wouldn't have been that because I know that was the way that he plucked everybody that I saw. So my shit would have been way much different, not out of being bold, but just not being stupid. I seen who's gonna go in there and let this nigga pluck you after he plucked 50. Not me. I'ma figure your ass out by 50. I'm not going in there, but you gonna get shaved because you not plucking me. His shit was looking like them ass whip your mother and your father put together ×3. That's how his ass whippings was to niggas, and I never wanted none of that shit, and I'm quite sure nobody else did neither. And that nigga Frazier, by the way, was one of the most, that nigga was the Hulk. So when Shy Wells put Frazier on his ass for 5 seconds, let's say that, it was like Captain America snuffing the Hulk. You know what I mean? But Gotti turned out to get a little respect. Shawel started putting him on the phone, but he didn't give him his Jordans back. So Gotti, his Bo Jackson's, pardon me. But the funny shit that happened with Gotti is Gotti started feeling like because how Shawel's was treating him, that meant, you know, he respected him. He was one of the guys. Because now them Chicago niggas say the guys, Shawel's was one of the guys. So Gotti mistaked him giving him his props as saying that he accepted him as one of the guys, which he sadly was, you know, doing. That cost him very dearly because he got another pair of Jordans, Bo Jacksons, the all black ones this time. Shawel seen them shit, man. You could tell that nigga was a shopaholic with no money. I swear, that nigga was a shopaholic with no card and no money. Cause he get the same face that a person with a whole bunch of cash get when they see some new fly shit and it's in front of them and nobody else got it. That nigga has some big ass eyes when you look at the pictures. Oh yeah, and by the way, the chain that he took from the nigga, he got it on in the picture that last got on the front cover of the takeover or put it in for Far Rock, that little ass chain. So when you go back and listen to the story, you will know that it's real, because when I described the chain, I told you it was flimsy. I didn't even peep till later that the picture last put up there, Shawel's has the flimsy chain on his neck that he took from. That's authentic like a motherfucker. I don't think no other channel is fucking with you, dogs. The speed of you doing some shit, you showed me my story in these shits. I don't know if niggas is paying attention. I'm talking to Laz, and Laz dug all of this shit out, the people, everything. You know what I mean? But this shit is real. Niggas need to know the truth because it empowers people. You know, if you look in the comments, some people is calling me a legend. I'm not gonna call myself no shit like that because that's a big title. However, I do know that I observed a lot of legendary niggas, so don't put it past me to have a legacy. You know what I mean? And I thank God that I can observe these legacies and share these shits with people, because even being over, you listening to these shits, believe it or not, man, you get up in the jam, war stories was what got me through shit. I figured out how to, you know, I'm on a run or something, they snatch me up. A nigga might have told me a story where he was scraping his prints. You know, I didn't feel like going to jail because I owe these niggas 2 years or some shit. Now they got me in the precinct. So I gotta be a whole new nigga. Yeah, I scraped my prints just like my mans and them was saying, and I got out. You feel me? When I would have been doing 2 years plus the crime. You know, so I'm not telling you how to be a better criminal. I'm just telling you how to listen to these stories and apply this shit to your benefit throughout the trials and errors of your life. Because it's people, I'm rich in survival. I'm happy as fuck, like I got Bentleys and Range Rovers and I ain't got shit. And nobody understand why. Motherfucker, I survived the shit that knocked a lot of people down. A lot of my niggas is not here, bro. When Jay-Z said, I'm supposed to be locked up too, I understand that shit. I'm not supposed to be here. Lad's lucky to be here. You know what I mean? You know, our travels was tough. Our travels was very tough.
Big fact.
Our travels was very tough, and we was young. You know how jobs pay you while you working? You learn while you work? Man, we was learning and forced to decide how to survive. Racist crackers, I say crackers because that's the slave term of the niggas that was beating the slaves. So damn right they was crackers. They had black babies on their arms. Some of them niggas, remember the nigga Jacket, man, for motherfucking, what jail was that, man? What jail was that? Oh, I heard you talking about the nigga Swine Guard but you ain't talk about that. But they see Swine Guard was a nigga that knew the math, but they got a nigga in Wyoming and Attica, New York, and motherfucking his name Jacket Man. The reason why they call him Jacket Man is because it could be 1,000 degrees outside. He can't never take his jacket off because he got the black baby hanging out the bird mouth with a on the rope. And sometimes he used to be showing that shit. And if you catch him, he lift his sleeve up and let you get a peep of that.
What, the American Eagle?
Yes.
You know, a nigga
Jacket Man, because he don't take his jacket off.
Yeah, mad at them niggas had that black baby with the noose around their neck tattoo. I had beef with it with a police in Camp Gabriel had that shit. He used to roll his sleeve up and stand in front of the mess hall so everybody could see it. But you said son got the all black Bo Jacksons next?
He got the all black Bo Jacksons like he was one of the guys. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. Cause I ain't no front ass nigga, bro. You know what I mean? I'm a tiger with a foxtail, right? The nigga, I had some Reeboks and shit. And my sis was right. I think I had black pumps or some shit. I had a 3/4 leather jacket and corduroys or something. I wasn't trying to get fresh because that shit was too challenging. I'm 16. Look, I'm not calling the wolves at me. Later on, that was one of my tactics though. I would come in the house and blow weed in the air, knowing that all the niggas that's trying to extort somebody is gonna come, because I was getting right to it. Like, I learned strategic shit from seeing niggas like Shy Wells and all that. But by far is Shy Wells the only ape in the tree. Later, he becomes not really the most vicious. He just was a toe to the body of motherfucking gorillas and apes within the industry. Because you got other niggas like T45 that make 10 niggas run with his hands. You know what I mean? Niggas try to attack this nigga in HDM. He's sitting halfway between the chairs and eating his food. And the reason they're attacking this guy is because he was extorting the president of the, and they was keeping it a secret, but it spilled out into the population in HDM. And the outside niggas that wasn't in the house with him started threatening the president that they got to hit this nigga. So he was so scared that the place he chose to hit him, he said, well, if I'm gonna hit him, let's do it in the mess hall. Y'all niggas gotta help me. Or you tough niggas, that's what he was saying. You tough Spanish niggas that want me to hit this Spanish barbarian, y'all I'ma hit him in the mess hall then. So how I found out this nigga was lethal is when them niggas ran up on that nigga and all that. That nigga had one leg out the table. He knocked the first 3 niggas out so fast, the other 7 niggas electric boogied away from that nigga. They jetted. But I was in the pins with this nigga prior to that. I don't know if this the T45 nigga, but one thing I'm good at is placing names with the person. I might meet the person, and then, you know, T45 supposed to be some Spanish nigga from, I don't know where he was from, but he get busy. I think he was from the Bronx. And that's the only nigga that I didn't run into. But Gotti sadly got the black Bo Jacksons, and he thought Shy Wells was gonna let him rock with them shits. So the nigga Shy Wells seen them black shits, bro. And he just went to that nigga and was like, yo, man, I want them shits. And that nigga Gotti was like, nah, man, that nigga ain't even play with him. He ain't offer him to go to the back or none of that shit. He ravished him right there. Ming Mok, Ming Mok, Ming Mok, Mok, Ming Mok, Mok. And he walked off like, you stupid motherfucker. What would make you do this knowing I did it to you the first time? So Shy Wells ended up with the Bo Jacksons with the orange check and the all black leather classical fly shits that never break down, that you can wear for months straight.
But for the record, the kid Gotti was a lot younger.
Yes, he was. Yes,
he was a kid, and
yes, he
son
was.
had some age on him and experience on him.
Do I respect him? Hell fucking yeah. Because I just told you, what he did, I might not have did. I wasn't going to the back with Shy Wells. I'm letting it be known right now. I would have shaved Shy Wells. Shy Wells would have got cut fucking with me. No disrespect, Shy. I love you. You my OG. I feel like you walked me into the system, period. Just watching you taught me so much and prepared me for so much. So I'm saying this shit out of still admiration as a grown fucking man. The shit you did was very impressive, but I'm a man too, and I talk the truth. You know what I mean? No disrespect, homie. You know, but and I reason why I ultimately respect the nigga Shy Wells is because although he was a super savage, he understood that Gotti, yo, you a good fucking question asking God, man. I gotta say that. Because the question you just asked made me explain and make sure people knew by far it wasn't that Gotti was a pussy nor a sucker. It was just that he was a puppy in the cage with a dog. You know, the dog always wins. There's no puppy that beats the dog.
Straight up.
You will never see that. If you looking for it, you stupid. And that was Gotti against Shy Wells. But reason why I respect Shy Wells is because in the first time, he nursed him back to confidence. Because he just wanted the sneakers. He didn't want to injure him as a child coming up with heart. He wanted him to still. So I guess the reason why he whipped him the second time was for him being stupid. For making him have to. He probably was saying, you making me have to take these shit.
But not the Bo Jacksons trump the love. the Bo Jacksons, them shits is going. And on Rikers Island, the Bo Jacksons will trump the little bit of love and respect that nigga had. He'd be like, fuck it.
Especially the all black level ones. That's why he was out of his fucking minds. He stepped it up. It was like he robbed him for an act and he went and got a motherfucking Maybach. Oh, shit. That wasn't happening. I guess that's why he beat the shit out of him the second time. He didn't even invite him to Trump Plaza. The fight happened outside in front of the people on the line. Cause it was like, you gotta be out of your fucking mind. You better give me these shits, you stupid motherfucker. He didn't nurse him back to confidence or none of that second time. He let him have a broke spirit that time. Like, you just was stupid. Now sit there. That's some real shit your mother would do to you after she beat you with the belt in the tub or some shit. For doing some shit twice. When he copped the shits and I seen him, I automatically knew. I said, this nigga's stupid. There's no way if he took the orange checks.
How long ago after you said?
That was about 3 weeks. 3 weeks. So he had a week of glory for fighting him. Another week, Shy Wells might have let him wear them shits. He might have had them shits for an hour. I don't think it took his confidence, but I know it taught him a valuable lesson. It's not over until the nigga understand, bro, that you are not to be played with. You cannot think that you're comfortable with somebody that took something from you. But he's not the only one Shy Wells did that to. He robbed and hung around everybody he robbed. The niggas he was robbing lived in the house with him, bro. There's no, every 30 steps you bumping into niggas. You cannot escape seeing this nigga 24 hours. He see you when you sleep. That's like one of my mans out of that Marday shit got cut in his sleep. I ain't gonna mention his name because I don't know if, you know, he want that broadcasted, and I love the nigga. You know what I mean? But he got cut in his sleep because you know, you can't escape a nigga. There is no escape. You gonna see this nigga for 6 months.
You saying you never saw a nigga beat that nigga in a fight in your life?
No. All of the fights he had, every single fight that nigga had in my face, he won. Viciously, too. That's how they was in the Trump fights. Look, I remember W was having a fight in Trump Plaza. They called him out with some big, unfairly big nigga. Cause W, to be one of the guys, you couldn't just have a regular fight with a nigga your size. They was sending you in there with a werewolf. So meaning they picking a nigga that's 6'3", 230, 40, and they going, yo, Dub, what up? Big man look like he'll bend you. That's how Trump Plaza started every time. So they'll be like, what's up, Dub? The nigga name was W. They'll be like, Trump Plaza, what big man? Now that meant, where you go? He like, man, tell that big, stupid, dumb nigga go back there. This is Trump Plaza every night. So niggas is like, oh shit, I want to see this. Let me explain to you niggas. The Queens, I don't care what Pac-Man said, he came in later. He said that. So he told y'all that when he came, the red carpet came out. That mean them niggas was in there getting busy. Well, I was in there when they was doing all that red carpet shit he was talking about. I was there to see the red carpet, see them, you know how to, when you ever seen a nigga lay a carpet, they put the razor out and they cut the corners? Well, when they was cutting corners, I was in the room. So I remember what that shit was. So that red carpet he got, I seen Shy Wells roll it up and prepare that shit to get rolled out. And them niggas was screaming that Queen shit when all them other Queens niggas was there. They was tough. They really wasn't getting robbed. I'm talking about Fat Tarek with the gold teeth. I think he from Jamaica and all that shit. He get busy. But none of them niggas was Shy motherfucking Wells, bro. None of them. None of them other Queens niggas was that nigga. He was Jordan of Rikers Island. He came in, slam dunking everything. Shit around his back. He probably was 3 players in one. He was Dominique Dawkins, all of them niggas in one of that criminology, Rikers Island lifestyle swagger shit.
A nigga told me the story the other day where that nigga was in the hood and he just said, yo, I'm bored, man. Let's go to Rikers Island.
He's serious.
And nigga said 4 hours later, he called the payphone around the way. Yo, what up, my nigga? I'm on the island.
Like, I swear to God, I'm not
niggas,
surprised.
You know, it's some niggas out there, bro, that they used Rikers Island to shop. Niggas went to Rikers Island to go get fresh, bro, because some niggas, they ain't have money to buy all of that shit.
They did.
So they would go to Rikers Island, rob niggas for Sherlins and jewelry and gold front, and then go back home. They right. You feel what I'm saying?
Yo, listen,
it's
you
so
said
vicious like that. Niggas used to use Rikers Island to shop, bro.
Because Rikers Island to these niggas was just another place, bro. We was raised. I wasn't a savage like them niggas, but I'm not no young puppy, and I already wasn't playing. So I knew nobody was hurting me. So although Shy Wells, if he would have hit me in the hallway, we was boogieing. If he would have tried me to any of that time that he robbed them first niggas in March 6, I was coming at that nigga with everything because I already knew I wasn't playing. I made up my mind that nobody wasn't doing shit to me before that ever happened. So he probably would have had me scared later after I seen him pluck 40 niggas out. That might have scared me a little bit. But I didn't get to see none of that. To put fear in me, I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm a real nigga. But if you make me scared, you in trouble. That just means I'm going to do more work to get to you because I'm not going to live scared. But to scare me, you might have to knock out about 15 or 18, 6, 7 niggas. That let me know your shit. I'm not fighting you now. You got to have the I'm not fighting you heads to scare me. I'm scared of that. Not to where I'm pussy. But meaning, I'm not doing that with you unless you trap me in the corner. You gotta force me to go against Bruce Leroy. I'm not going. I feel like that's stupid. I feel like anybody that just go up, I shoot Bruce Leroy before I go up against Bruce Leroy. Bruce Leroy is getting stabbed or cut while he's sleeping. I'm not playing with Bruce Leroy. But that's who these niggas was, all jokes aside. Shy Wells shit was I ain't see him go nowhere. Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. Wait a minute. Okay, my man that I said I'm not saying his name because I love him, and I love this nigga. This my man. It's not that we got a steep history or nothing, but I told you, I was emotionally attached to the niggas that was my age because we was the only little niggas on the island. So, son, Two Lower was the most dangerous shit back then, ACS. Two lower was the most dangerous shit back then. I seen tough niggas cry. I seen Chow Wells take 10 steps back. No, wait a minute. I don't want to lie on that nigga. I don't want to say that nigga refused the house. I think he did. I think that's when I knew that a tough wasn't enough. You had to be smart too. Because you know how niggas think you just gotta poke your chest out all the time? No, you better know when to deflate that bitch. Because everybody can't win everything. Somebody's Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, Jack eventually did get burnt by a candlestick. You ain't gonna jump every fence. One of them shit's gonna tag at your pants leg. I don't give a fuck how nice you is. 10 fences is an accident. Cause you gonna fly. I know that from playing in junkyards and just being a guy, a boy. But damn, I was about to tell you some other shit.
You said he refused the house in HDM. I mean,
I seen that nigga. I seen him slow down. I seen that nigga slow down when they was putting him in too lower. My other man that I told you that got cut in his sleep that I'm not telling you about, he a Far Rock nigga. I love that nigga to death. I love you, boy. This ain't no type of smoke for you. You my nigga. I love you. Because I remember shit about you that'll show you that. You know what I mean? I was with this nigga. I seen him in challenging situations where he had to cry. I probably wasn't next to him, but I was somewhere crying with that nigga a little bit because his situation was tough. You know what I mean? And I could tell, you know, it was a tough situation. And we both, if I would have lost what he lost at that time, he lost his light. We had people in our lives that was lights. And his light was my light. Meaning the same person out his family that he was close to was the same person out my family, which was the only person I feel like I had in this world. That if I was under a garbage, she gonna come down there and she gonna pour some shit in my mouth every day just to make sure I ain't thirsty. So, you know, and what was amazing about this shit is even when this person left his life, she was the blessing that pushed him forward. So that's how much love that person had for that person and shit. But he was scared and he tough. Son tough. Son is me. So me talking about him would have been me. I would have did probably that nigga cried because they was sending him out of Mod 8 to Mod 2 lower. And they was doing it to him because they didn't like him. They wanted him hurt. And I guess he wasn't just crying. But yeah, he was scared, and he didn't want to. They trained him some more. They took him back in Trump Plaza and showed him 4 or 5 more moves before he got sent to Too Lower.
What type of niggas was in Too Lower at that time?
Super savage. Like, Shy Wells stepped back 10 times. I don't remember who was. Hold on. They had niggas down there like some nigga from Gun Hill, Jamaican nigga with 1 gold tooth, Shabba Ranks looking nigga. This was my man too. I was in Comstock with this nigga. He might got life somewhere. Of course he had a body. I just had to ask myself, did he have? Of course this nigga had a body, cause you know that shit niggas that only the niggas that got bodies do. You know, niggas that'll cut the captain type niggas. You know, them niggas got bodies. Make no mistake about it. But, nigga named June. June was down there. Come on, you got Spanish legends like niggas named Fleta, Maximo and them niggas from... Come on, B. Them niggas was... my nigga, the nigga Kev Spice and them niggas. These niggas had trademarks. Kev Spice used to walk around the building. He had a pacifier. He used to have a pacifier in his mouth through the... You know you had to really be tough to do some shit like that, bro. Who does that in prison? He was the only nigga walking. He probably was cutting a nigga 2 or 3 niggas a day.
Is that where he was from?
He was from Washington. He was from Broadway somewhere. Like 145th or some shit, 55th and Broadway or something. Some was official Dominican nigga. Official, that nigga used to walk around with a, he was a Gandhi spec wearing nigga, the round Gandhi joints. And he used to walk around, fly nigga with the pacifier in his mouth.
So at that time, Mar Tuloa was the house for all of the worst
That
niggas
shit
in the
was
building?
worse. Fort Maine was the house of pain. I don't know what the fuck to call Mar Tuloa. Mar Tuloa was just death. Niggas, they slammed the lock on the nigga head and he died down there. That's why niggas was scared to go down there. And it still was sport down there. Oh, we was talking about the lifestyle, the shit niggas do to get, when they bored. I mean, that shit is legendary. Even the young niggas at court make you dance in the toilet and piss and shit and do the medication and all that. Got you putting the 2 fingers between your eyes, holding your nose, putting 2 hands in the air like you going underwater doing the 1, 2, 3 dance in the toilet.
So Mar Tuloa was a dorm?
No, it was a cell house, just like Fort Maine. It sound like it's funny. It's good. Damn, son, you asked the best fucking questions, because this is the only cell areas that feel like a dorm. That's how you know it's wild. Because a dorm got 50 nigga, the cell area probably got 25. So Fort Maine, that's what made it wild. Niggas functioned as if it was a dorm. When the door opened, niggas said, yo, what you want? Got a first, second, third on the phone. It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Shit, it's everybody trying to do something. Yo, but listen, let me show you how dangerous these houses was. Just a picture, just to give you Fort Maine. I didn't tell y'all this shit. When I came into Fort Maine, the first thing that let me know, besides that them dudes was looking in our bags that this shit was dangerous, you know, when you walk in, the shower area is right before the cells begin. So you go through the area we was, you go through the day room part, and then you into the Seagate area where the phones is at. Then it's the shower, then it's the cells. My man, when you walk past the shower to get to the cells, to put your property up, all you hear is this. And you see niggas going to the shower with hands full of clothes. Yo, Whirlpool, Whirlpool, Whirlpool. And I'm noticing that they calling 1 or 2, 3 niggas out of 25. Their names is Whirlpool. So it'd be like 3 niggas in the house named Whirlpool. And then I caught on, they paying these niggas 2 cigarettes. Whirlpool is the punkest nigga in the house that scared of everybody, and he might want protection. So his way of getting protection is he washes clothes. So they call him the washing machine. The name of the washing machines is Whirlpool. So anybody that does that, that's what their names be. Their names was Whirlpool. So you hear it. They got the yellow scrub brush on their knees and they scrubbing niggas' jeans leg by leg, bro. Only to come out of there and get 2 cigarettes from each of the 3 niggas.
Listen, I know niggas that was Whirlpools, they wasn't getting nothing, nigga. They was washing niggas' clothes and niggas smacking the shit out them.
And they was cleaning your area and had to do a good job. I remember my son Diesel was from motherfucking, I think, Red Hook or some shit, right? Popeye, one of them Popeye niggas. He was in Fort Maine with me. Now, Diesel, what I mean by he was a Popeye nigga is he was a young nigga with a body like Popeye. He had the big elbows with the shiver me timber arms, the big fat arms like Popeye. And that nigga used to fuck Whirlpool up if Whirlpool didn't fix his cell up according to his standards. So that shit, to be a Whirlpool, was crazy. And we all got nephews that could end up being a Whirlpool, bro.
Yeah, you know, now it ain't no clothes, but back in the days, niggas had whole wardrobes on the island.
They did.
Niggas had whole wardrobes.
So,
niggas had their family sending them up their whole wardrobe. Niggas had 12, 13 pair of jeans under their mattress.
Yes, sir.
You feel
yes,
me?
Sir.
5, 6 pair of kicks.
Yes, sir. Me? Yes, sir.
Niggas had their whole wardrobe in the Fort building, so it required a good laundry service.
Yes, it did.
And I told the story on my page before about a dude who I learned a lesson in jail. I got cool with a dude, and you know, niggas pressed that nigga to wash clothes, and he folded and he washed clothes, and he told me, he said, yo, he said, son, help me. And I said, nah, my nigga, I'll never get on my knees and bust no suds.
Yeah, he
for nobody.
fucked his life
Niggas
up.
will have to kill me in
He
here.
fucked his tag up.
And I had to stop fucking with son. And he said, yo, that's fucked up, my nigga. I thought you was my man, but you know what I mean? At my lowly estate, I said, son, know what I mean? I fuck with you. I got love for you. But if I was you, I'm not washing shit, nigga. Let them niggas do what the fuck they gotta do.
Y'all gotta beat my ass.
Let them do what they gotta do, son. You feel me? And I'm talking about these was grown-ass niggas making this nigga wash. I mean, when I say grown-ass niggas, I mean we was 16. These niggas might have been 20. You
or
feel
19.
what I'm saying? 2021. You feel what I'm saying? And they niggas is making niggas wash clothes. Not just grown niggas, but grown niggas is in the bunch too. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
Making these niggas making the nigga wash clothes. Man, that nigga got on his knees and started busting them suds, and I just turned my back on that nigga and walked away and never spoke to the nigga again. You understand what I'm saying? Like, son, I ain't, you know what I mean? Nah. Know what I mean? Nigga scrubbing jeans with a scrub brush. Mm-hmm. You feel me?
But
that hot 190.
Hell yeah. I had to disown a few people because the island was so crazy, bro. When I first got there, I seen niggas I knew, and you want a whole nother universe. What the fuck is this? And you thirsty to see somebody. You see a nigga ear you recognize. Yo, you calling them because you thirsty to get familiar because they got you off your square. No, you looking for somebody you know. That's natural.
It's natural.
But you're not supposed to do that. Look how jail is. Damn. You can't be natural at all.
I learned a lesson doing that shit too.
Look, so I'm calling niggas, and the more I shout niggas out, the more they pushing me away. And I'm looking like, and I'm on the phone with my cousin. That's what I was telling them before I had to fight with the 40 nigga. That's when I was like, yo, man, these niggas, I saw such and such. Them niggas act like they don't even know me. So I can't wait to get busy because they got me ready to get busy because they treat me like a lame, period. This is what I'm saying in my mind. So don't you know none of them niggas spoke to me until I had a fight? Once I dusted, after I got jumped, mad niggas was talking to me. Yo, what up? What's good? How you? I'm like, why the fuck y'all niggas ain't talk to me when I was calling y'all?
Yeah, because a lot of niggas had to go through that shit themselves.
They said too many niggas be pussy. And they come in and let these niggas ravish them. And I want to see if you stand up for your motherfucking self first. I'm tired of being friends and seeing a nigga get, because that shit really used to hurt. Like you said, you found out that nigga was on his knees scrubbing some shit. I'm going to show you. My man, brother came through, right? See how Shawell said he was tearing it up? No, how Pac said his brother was coming through. So he knew he had to get busy. So, you know, the nigga came through. The nigga, my son Darnell from my projects, his brother came, Raynell, he comes through, right? Son, he go in the house. He in the house with my son and my son Bart. Bart from Brooklyn. I love this nigga. He was another nigga that was my age. Bart was a wild nigga. The captain slapped him. He slapped her back, a female, ASAP. Wigger down. That's how wild shit was. He spit on the floor. She said, you spit on your floor? He said, I spit where I want. She slapped him. He clapped her right back, ASAP. It was like she threw a frisbee. That shit came back so fast that like she pulled the rubber band. Cause that shit came, he slapped the shit out of her. And the only reason why I respected it is because we was little kids, but son wasn't eating shit from nobody. He didn't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck what it could be a brawl. You smack me, nigga, you get smacked back.
This little nigga was wilder than me. Although he looked at me like I was his older brother type shit. He loved me. Yo, what up, man? He got a voice like that. His name actually was Charlie Brown, I swear to God. No bullshit, right? And he was, yo, what up? He had a square head. I swear to God, I hope wherever this nigga's at, he's safe and he's not in jail, bro. But this little nigga, you know, he would have been who I rolled on your ass with if you came through there playing any games. And because I loved it, Bart too. You notice I seen the lady slap him. That's because I was a nigga that attend to that nigga. Because we both was the shorties. And we both wasn't having it. So you cherish a nigga when a nigga ain't going for it, because so many niggas fold and be bitches. So you see how you got all these tough niggas out here talking all this murderous shit? The Allen work reverse niggas if they ain't true. They out here wilding, they get in there, they under somebody's fucking feet, washing some clothes, or calling home. You can't keep a nigga off his girl on the phone type nigga. Nigga stealing his mail, they don't respect him no type of way. They going in his locker. They don't even give a fuck what happened. He can find out anything. That's how that jail shit is, man. You really gotta know what the fuck you doing. It's a whole bunch of shit that you're not supposed to do. When I was telling this story with him, with Laz, I told Laz I was thirsty to see somebody I know. I reflexively, he said, you're not supposed to do that. Immediately. Like he's already been programmed. Don't do that.
What you talking?
Remember when I was like, when I first went to the island, I was thirsty to see somebody, you know, you on a whole nother universe. And if I saw a nigga air and it looked similar to a nigga shit, yo, you calling everything that looked familiar. And you was like, nah, you're not supposed to do that. So I was like, nigga, I could tell that the same way I was programmed on that you not supposed to do, you might have learned on your own from seeing a nigga get smashed. That was a lesson. Look, I know you got plenty of lessons of watching a nigga come in the house different ways. You got the nigga, you said it. Nigga come in, he trying to be familiar with every motherfucking body, that don't work. Nigga come in, he try to keep to himself too much, that don't work. Nigga come in, look, they tell you to keep to yourself though. There's places where that don't work, bro.
Straight up.
So you gotta be well-rounded with the shit. You gotta be the whole toilet bowl to flush this shit correctly, bro. You gotta know. My man got locked up from Jersey. This nigga was tough. His name was Charlie Black, right? I met this nigga in the Beacon just to describe the Rikers Island lifestyle of the shit we had to adjust to. Charlie Black was a tough nigga. I didn't even know this, so I'm not gonna tell you what I know before. So it's me and my son King, my man King. He home too, nigga. I looked you up, motherfucker. Don't you know I was looking you up a day before you fucking got out? My son had 56 or some shit like that with an L. Me and him was in the Beacon. Me and King had the phones though. It was me and King had the phone, and Tim Bloods had the other phone. Not to shit on them niggas. I'm just keeping it real. This is what it was. We was in 9 Block. Me and King sat at one table, and the 5 Bloods, 6 Bloods sat at their one table and had their chairs. We was all cool, but King was a super goon, and I ain't gonna call myself nothing. You figure it out, what?
Where he from, you said?
King from Kelly Ave in the Bronx. He used to, you know, he popped that. He was like a Bronx Harlem type nigga. Cause he used to talk that, yeah, this the big nigga section. He used to say this over to the Bloods every day. Y'all niggas wanna come here, y'all can come sit in the big nigga section. Come here, sit down for a second. Y'all can only stay for 20 minutes though. This is how he was talking to them niggas. But it's just me and him. He got 56, so you know he twisted anything. He already got 2 of them things on him, 12 connection told on him. So he pissed. You feel me? He looking the richer nigga. He fucking the bitch in the house, all that, right? The bitch spazzing, we got the house on the smash. He's a whole nother element. The bitch spazzing on niggas. Niggas is coming and asking her, can they go get shit out the pantry? And she like, you gotta ask King. You know them bitches is fierce. They gonna rub doodle all in your face. You can't give a bitch no shit. So now, this is how me and King get tight though. I go in the pantry and the bitch said, hey, you can't go in there. I said, why not? She said, you gotta ask King. My nigga smoke came out my ears, my nose, and my mouth, even though this my man. I couldn't believe she was putting the nigga, but you know how these bitches do, little cute bum bitch, look. But if he was a sucker, we would have been scrapping. Right? That nigga came up quick, boom, like he had skates. got beside that bitch, he was vicious with her. He said, not him. She said it again. He said he damn near grabbed her. I don't know what he did, but he might have twisted her, but he put his lips on that bitch ear in front of everybody. He said, I told you, not him. From there, she wanted to give me some pussy after that. She transferred me to the other house that she was working in once a week. So if you still fucking with King, it's all good, because I don't know what happened with King. I know he was smacking that ass in there, but I ain't put a name on blast anyway. But you know what I mean? Anyway, why the fuck I got to telling you about King and me and us in the fucking shit?
You said something happened with the Bloods or something? You see, I had one phone, the Bloods had the other phone.
Yeah, the 10 Bloods had the other phone. So, you know, I was saying King came home, and I just was thinking about this nigga, and I looked on the computer, and I looked this nigga up, and this nigga got released the day I was looking him up, out of all of this time. And this was, what was this, man? 99-2000. Yo, but this a nigga I want to give flowers to. Not literally, because this nigga's literally a homo. You know what I'm saying? But this shit is just so crazy. I'ma speak on this nigga. I'm not even gonna call this nigga a homo, because I kind of respect this nigga game. And don't think I'm weird. Just listen to me, because you might understand. I met this nigga from Maserati Fox, the FO nigga, the Dow Green nigga, the nigga 50 gave $1 million, right? Look, we in the Beacon. But let me give these other niggas they flowers, because I wouldn't have known FO. Yes, I would have. Because my man not one of the blood niggas out. See, I'm just, not that I'm blood banging. I love them niggas. I bang with 1 million bloods, from Churn, all of them niggas. Dizzy, the niggas from the start. I don't know the Bloodsport nigga, but Big Dog, but Bloodsport was around. I give him his flowers for being the legendary nigga. I don't know him, but I know he put that work in. I know he was in HDM. And I know that H ain't housed no hoes. And if they did, they was getting stabbed.
Hey yo, go on Amazon and cop this book you heard from my bro Crime that I was up north with. You heard Gangsta War Stories Volume 2. If you ain't got this, you heavily lacking. Brooklyn, we in the building like a broom closet. You heard? Z-Man, Suicide Polo with the Ski Man. Gen Pop Gang was poppin'. And yo, if you appreciate what I'm doing over here on this channel, feel free to hit that Cash App up with that donation, you heard? That PayPal is heavily in effect too. That Venmo is Gen Pop Laz. If there's a way to get that cash, I got it, you heard?